Hi, I'm Fred Schwartz. Welcome back to Hotel Insight. Joining me today is Bhavesh Patel, along with Neil Shah of LCM. Bhavesh and I worked together when Bhavesh was the chairman of AHOA, but I understand that you are now the current chairman of the New Jersey Restaurant and Hospitality Association.
First of all, Fred, thank you for welcoming me to the show.
You always have that big question. When people are working, they're busy operating their hotels, and you ask them, hey, can you come to Capitol Hill? Can you join in the advocacy efforts? Why should people volunteer to join associations?
Well, me being as a chairman, there's only so much we can mention and talk to our legislators about. What these legislators really want to hear is from the members, from the owners, and what they're going through, what they've been through, some of the stories that they have. That gives a true picture to the legislators about what's really going on in the industry, why we need their help, why we need certain bills removed or certain bills added, and for the protection of not only us as owners, but also for our business.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, because I think who better to educate our elected officials than people that have skin in the game, people that own properties. What first prompted you to get involved with advocacy efforts?
Well, one of the things was basically on the state level and the federal level, a lot of issues were going on legislation-wise, where we were getting hurt by our legislators because they weren't educating. I'll just give you an example. Back about 12 years ago in the state of New Jersey, a hotel sales tax was announced, and we wanted to make sure that we had our fair share of where these dollars were being used, whether it was going to be used on tourism, whether it was going to be used on arts, or whether it was going to fund some other project that the government had in mind. And so we wanted to make sure that if you're going to charge sales tax, hotel sales tax, to our guests coming in, we want to make sure that it is getting promoted towards New Jersey, promoting tourism in New Jersey, and also creating more jobs for the hospitality industry.
Tell us about fighting City Hall as it reflects with Executive Order 106.
So Executive Order 106 was put in place by Governor Murphy, restricting hotel owners not to evict guests. But Executive 106 excluded specifically hotels, motels, B&Bs, and that sort. What happened was a couple of weeks later, AO 2020, Administrative Order AO 2020-9 got put into place, which included hotels, motels, B&Bs, and that sort of hotel establishments. And what that does is that any hotel owner cannot remove a guest from their guest rooms or their hotel, even if they don't pay. And so what happened was all these guests that are staying now at our properties found out about this administrative order, and these guests are not leaving our hotels. And it's been since COVID started where this administrative order took place. And now you've got a year and a half later where you're still having guests staying at your properties and they're still not paying a dime, while you still have to pay a mortgage, you still have to pay property tax, you still have to pay utilities, you still have to clean and make sure that your hotels are safe enough for other guests to come in. And it's becoming not only a safety issue, but it's also becoming a problem with other guests are now writing bad reviews about your hotel because these guests are banging on doors, these guests are creating noise at night, and you can't do anything about it. You call the local authorities and they're saying, hey, our hands are tied, we can't do anything because of this administrative order. So it's been a big issue. This is still going to go on until January. We don't know if the governor's going to extend it or not. Hopefully he doesn't extend it. What we have done is we have retained counsel, and we are working with counsel to come up with some kind of solution where it takes the guest out of the hotel rooms, or we're trying to seek some kind of monetary funding from the governor's office to compensate for paying mortgages, paying debt service, paying property tax, paying utilities. Because some hotels even have close to 20 rooms plus staying at the hotels without paying. Fred, this is a big issue.
Wow. Is that typical in other states? Like, and I don't know if you can speak to New York or Pennsylvania. Is that just happening across the nation? Do you know?
We know Jersey is really big because I know of 100 plus hotels, motels in New Jersey. Some of the other states have seen it, but I haven't heard them experience it as bad as what it is in New Jersey.
Wow, wow. So let me ask you, how long have you been chairman of the New Jersey Restaurant and Hospitality Association?
Since January 2021. And they want me to continue to be the chairman for next year as well, because they think I need another year at this as well.
Well,
so.
You've got the experience, so I could see why they don't want to let you go. Good. How is the New Jersey Restaurant and Hospitality Association growing as you being the chairman since January?
So we've gone through some changes as well through the association. Back in January, we got notice that our past president, Mary Lou Haverstein, was leaving us. And so as soon as I came into the role as chairman, one of our first jobs was to find a new president CEO. And it took us till the end of April, May to find a new president CEO, Dana Lancelotti. And it's just been training her and getting her accustomed to what we do in the association and some of the key issues that we should be focusing on, which is getting back our restaurants open, getting back our hotels open fully, trying to find funding for our hotels as well as restaurants. State of New Jersey got $6.4 billion from the American Rescue Plan. 25% should be dedicated towards hospitality and tourism, and that's what we're doing and saying, hey, we've got about $1.25 billion coming to our state just for hospitality and tourism. We want to make sure that it is spent on hospitality and tourism because our restaurant owners as well as our hotel owners for the last year and a half have taken a big hit. Some are still going through some tough times, and we want to make sure we get some funding to make sure they stay alive.
Thank you so much. We'll be back with more episodes on MHO Hotel Insight. Stay tuned.